How much of the food in your fridge do you throw away before it even reaches the table? Hamburger buns from last summer's picnic. Milk past its sell-by date. Carrots that have lost their crunch. Every year, countries around the world waste massive amounts of food, and the United States is one of the biggest contributors. In fact, 37% of food waste in the U.S. comes from individual households. About 20% of that waste happens because people are confused by the dates on food packaging. But the truth is, most of these foods are still perfectly safe to eat. So, if the dates on our food aren't telling us when something has gone bad, what are they telling us? Before the 20th century, food production and consumption were much more direct. People knew how to check if food was fresh just by using their sight, smell, and touch. But with the rise of supermarkets and processed foods, it became harder to tell how old food was. In the U.S., grocery stores started using packaging codes to track how long food had been on shelves. In the 1970s, consumers wanted access to this information, and supermarkets introduced open dating, where food products were labeled with dates that indicated the best time for freshness. However, these dates are not about food safety, and they often don't have any scientific basis. In fact, these dates are usually set earlier than necessary so that food tastes its best when customers buy it, encouraging repeat purchases. This means that many foods are safe to eat well beyond their printed dates. For example, cookies, pasta, and other shelf-stable foods might taste stale but are not harmful. Canned goods can last for years as long as they don't show signs of bulging or rust. Frozen meals can be stored indefinitely at low temperatures, keeping bacteria at bay. Refrigerated eggs can last for up to 5 weeks, and if they spoil, you'll be able to tell by their smell. You can also spot bad produce by its smell, slimy texture, or mold. Of course, there are some foods that are safer to avoid past their label dates. The USDA suggests eating or freezing meat within a few days of purchase. Ready-to-eat salads, deli meats, and unpasteurized cheeses are more likely to carry harmful bacteria that may not be noticeable through smell or taste. Dates on infant formula are regulated for safety and should be followed closely. However, for most other foods, the dates don't actually indicate when they've gone bad. In a 2019 survey of over 1,000 Americans, more than 70% said they use these dates to decide if food is still good to eat, and nearly 60% would throw food away once it passes its date. Restaurants and grocery stores often do the same. To help reduce waste, experts suggest that date labels should be simplified to 2 phrases: best if used by, which indicates freshness, and use by, which indicates safety. While not a perfect solution, this could help prevent up to 398,000 tons of food waste each year in the U.S. Some grocery stores in the UK have removed date labels on produce to encourage customers to use their judgment instead. Other experts also push for policies that encourage stores and restaurants to donate unsold food. Currently, confusion over date labels has led some U.S. states to restrict donating food past its label date, even though the federal government protects such donations. In countries like France, supermarkets are required to donate unsold food. No matter what your government decides, the best way to cut down on food waste is to actually eat what you buy. And remember, your eyes, nose, and taste buds are usually all you need to decide whether food is safe to eat, or if it's time to toss it in the compost bin. Thanks for following this video. If you liked it and want to continue to learn more about topics like this, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos.